I have a guest. It's Sherry, and it's her first time, so everybody be real nice. We were talking today and just got this wild hair up our butt to have her on. I was like, you know, why not? As far as like where all my stuff is, I'll be honest, I haven't even had time to look. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a chit chat. Anyway, so let me pop to the top of our chat and say hey to y'all. All right, we got Nancy Gus in the house. We got Linda Parsons, Mary Jane is here, Donna's here. We have Barbara here, Jill. Okay, wait, you told me how to say your last name. Jill. Okay, I'm not going to remember. So Jill is here. Cheryl is here. We have Miss Nita Henderson, who just picked out cabinets today, so she could tell us about that later. Shirley Johnson is here, who is Nita's sister. Hi, Shirley. Pam is here. Julie Smith is here. Miss Nancy Guess is here. Colleen's here. Bettina, Judy, Laura Veach is here. Dorlin, Paula, Shelley Clark, MJ, Ruth is here. Tanise Toms, am I saying your name right? I hope. Let's see. Kathleen Champ is here. Nellie is here. Miss Seeley is here. That's Scrunchins. You'll see her down there. Dora is here. Lavina is here from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Lavina. Amy is here. Karen. Steph is here. Hey, Steph. Scrappy Lady is here. That's Marguerite, right? Right, Marguerite? Sue is here with Stitching with Sue. Shirley is here from Around to It. Kathy is here, Regine, Tanya Kay, Marion Gray. I think I got everybody, at least so far. So anyways, if you're just coming in, we got Sherry as our guest today. So you normally are talking to her in the chat, but there she is. Just in case you didn't know who she was. It's Sherry. Oh, it's tennis with an A. So tennis. Yeah. Okay. I know. Listen, I have that kind of name too. I hear it all. I'm going to try really hard to remember tennis. I really will. And if I say it wrong again, just correct me again, because I have to be corrected a lot, and then I eventually remember. I swear I do. Jimmy Henderson is here. He just came in the house. Okay, so am I really this perky or am I faking it? I don't even know myself right now. I'm still trying to do all sorts of things to like catch up in my life. Like today I did my hair because boy, I was looking rough. Okay, I was looking rough. And so I got my hairs did. I colored it so that I didn't look, you know, dirty all the time, because that's my natural color, is dirty blonde. And they don't say that for no reason. No, dirtier than that, honey. Dirtier than that. And I don't know why, but it's almost like, you know, because my hair was always like the color of my eyebrows, right? And then it just seemed like it would sort of like get a little darker during like different times in my life. I don't know. So it's like sometimes it'll lighten back down and other times it'll come back. So I just color it just to make sure it's what I want. Thank you, Sue. Sue says I always look beautiful. I try real hard for y'all to look decent, at least. So I want to thank, even though Denise is not on right now, Denise, if you watch this back, thanks for the wine. That may also be while I'm real chipper. I don't know. It could be working on me. I don't know. So, okay, so what's going on right now? All right, so update. We sold the house. That is, you know, I mean, anything could happen. It could fall through. Anything could happen. But as of right now, the house is sold and we have an inspection on Friday. Okay. I don't expect anything to be wrong with that, although I'm just going to leave it at that. There should not be anything wrong. We keep everything up on our house, and everything practically is brand new because we didn't know we'd be leaving, and we've been working on things like all the time. So that's where I am right now. I'm hoping that now, if it all goes through and everything, you know, continues like it should, then I can get my cutting station set back up in the basement. So I know that there are a couple of y'all who are waiting on a mystery box, where there are some people, believe it or not, who have bought lots of mystery boxes. And so, you know, once you're on like number 7 or 8, I usually will say, what would you like in your mystery box? So there's a couple people who are waiting on specific things. And so hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to cut those. So that's where I'm at with those guys. I have a box that I owe to Shelly Stewart. So I don't think Shelly's in here right now, but if you're watching back, I am going to be getting on your box real quick. That's your, what did she get? Oh, because she booked a, she booked a retreat in Clearwater, Florida. She was one of the 2 people who booked, when I said, hey, next 2 people to book, you win. So she's waiting on her box. That's coming. What else? Elena's here from Otter in Time and Quilting in Romania. Yes. So anyways, we're having some progress. So now my next step is, once the whole rigmarole with because y'all, this is a really funny story. I'll share all these stories because you know me, I share everything. Probably shouldn't, but I do. So back when we were asked to move to Australia, that happened at the specific moment in time when the housing market crashed, basically. So the only other house we've ever owned, when we had to sell that house, we had to short sell it because the bottom had fallen out of the housing economy, and our house was suddenly worth a lot less than what we had paid for it, or what we had agreed to pay for it. Let's put it that way. So we didn't make any money on that house. We, you know, in fact, we had to get like this huge debt, like forgiven and all this other kind of stuff. It was crazy, y'all. So if you've never been through something like that, it's really crazy, especially when it's like no fault of your own, right? It's like all this stuff just happened, and you know, I don't know, who are you gonna like? Who are you gonna blame? Nobody. There's nobody to blame unless you want to blame the whole darn country. I don't know. So anyway. Hey, Del Marie. Oh, and the purple wall. Pam is here. It's Pam, right? Oh, why? What is wrong with me? Why can't I remember people's name all of a sudden? It is Pam, right? Isn't that Kay? Kay. It's Kay. Yes. Thank you. Oh my goodness gracious. I haven't forgotten her name in like how many years?
Not in a long time.
Hi, Janet from Western Australia. Okay, so anyways, back then, you know, we didn't have to worry about, and we weren't going and buying another house. We weren't going, so I had no idea what to expect about what's going on next, right? So apparently, once, you know, we get past the inspection, um, then we have to go and get pre-approved for a loan.
Mm.
And y'all, everybody, prayers, really, this way, prayers this way, because I've made no secret of the fact that the quilting business has completely screwed me. Um, and that happened in the last, you know, 12 months. So I've been, I mean, this is why, well, that's why I started with all the mystery boxes, is because I'm still like in so much debt. It's not even funny. I'm trying to pull myself out of it. And also, you know, because now it's like I have to be thinking about, you know, being able to get a good, you know, to be able to get approved for a good loan. So, yeah, I mean, not only did the housing market kind of go up and crazy here, but it did the same thing over in Denver. So it's not like, you know, I can sell and then go find a cheap house somewhere. I mean, nothing's cheap anymore. And what's that going to do in the future for all of us? I have no idea. I have no idea. But you can't worry about that. You know, you just got to. So that's my next step, is I'm going to be trying to get a loan. And then gonna go in there and go, it wasn't my fault. Can you put in the excuse column COVID-19? I mean, can you do that? I don't know. I don't know what they're going to allow us to do. So anyway, I figure that what happened, you know, when we came back from Australia, we basically had no credit, right? Because for like 3 years, we weren't even in the States. We had no credit. We had no history of nothing. It was basically like starting over. And we were able to get a loan then. Now, at that time, we had to get an FHA loan. You had no choice. We had to get mortgage insurance because, like I said, we didn't have any credit. We were like nothing. So we've had to deal with a whole lot of stuff. And so we'll be okay. You know what I mean? Like, we'll be fine. It's going to be all right. It's just, you know, it's still a little nerve-wracking when you know you have to go in there and, you know, you have to try to say, you know, all, you know, whatever. So, what is going on my phone?
I don't know.
Oh, somebody ordered a mystery box. Thank you. I don't know who it was, but somebody ordered a mystery box. Yay. And just to let you guys know, if you ever go to my website and you are looking for a mystery box and it says that I'm sold out, believe me, I am cranking them out as fast as I possibly can. So just put in the note for the notification and I will email you as soon as they are back in the shop, because they will be back in the shop. You're going to get a minimum of 20 yards of fabric for $100. It's a great deal. You're getting awesome quilt shop quality fabric. It's not going to be, not to put anything down, but it's not going to be anything from Joann's or anything like that. You're going to have nice top quality fabric. So, Janet, I do post to Australia, but I can tell you that if you order a mystery box and you post it to Australia, it's going to cost you a lot. So when you run through there, it will tell you like how much you'll have to pay for that. You know what though? I don't know if I might have limited it to the US just because of how much it's going to cost. Because the boxes, after I pack them, usually end up between 8 and 9 pounds. Some of them go a little bit more than that. And so you'll be paying a pretty penny. If you're interested, let me know. Let me put it through for you and let you know first, okay? Because I think I might have to set it up. Let's work on it. Just send me an email, Yvette at YvetteReneCreations.com, and we can talk about it if you really want. Let's see. Okay, so I know people were, let me just have some more wine.
All right.
Because that always helps.
Well, my
Yeah,
computer
so
died.
we're moving to the Denver area. We're not, we're not moving to the city. I can guarantee you. I'm not a city girl. I'm not. But somewhere around like that whole metro area, sort of. That's where we're gonna go. Where we're gonna go, I don't know. We're looking, we're pretty open. As long as Jim doesn't have to drive like an hour to work, we're pretty open. So,
Is cost of living pretty comparable?
I think so. I really don't know. I've never even been to Denver. I've never even like passed through or anything. So, I'm gonna
Been
go.
to the airport?
I don't think I've been to that airport actually.
Oh, really?
Listen, if I have, I just don't remember. It's possible,
Mine,
but I don't
mine
think
was
so.
a stop. It
Yeah.
wasn't even a layover. It was just a stop.
Some people are asking who the other lady is. You guys, this is Sherry. You've seen her in the chat, Sherry Geyer. So this is Sherry.
Hello.
We were talking earlier today. We were like Marco Poloing, and we just had this while her butt that she was going to come on and say, hey, everybody. Because I was sitting there and I was going, okay, I'm going to be, I'll be doing it on my own from now on, because I was thinking I'm making everybody like take time out of their precious evenings to come on here and moderate. And I was like, there's really no reason for me not to do it, especially once I figured out how to make the chat larger so that I could read it, because I'm blind as a bat, right? So, anyway, we thought you might want to meet her. It's her first time. Everybody be nice. She does not have a YouTube channel. As far as I know, she has no interest in having a YouTube channel. So she's just here just to show her pretty face and say hey. Let me see. Maybe you need to have a girls' night at your house to help with packing mystery boxes. You know what? Here's the thing. I've actually had people say, I'll come out and I'll help y'all. Let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is that because we were like showing the house, and I have shared with y'all that apparently, I had no idea about this, but apparently I have pretty much 500 bolts of fabric, or I did, because I've been cutting it up and putting it in mystery boxes now, but I had 500 bolts of fabric. And so I had to get a climate controlled storage unit, and I moved it all into there. And I moved a cutting table and a mat and, whatever. And I have to go into that little storage unit and cut the fabric and pack it up. So there's really no room for anybody to help me. I mean, that's the thing. It's not like, if I had like when I was in my basement, I did like a second setup, and like Sherry came once and Nita came once, and they helped me, and I had the space there. But now that I'm in this little unit, there's no space. So I'd love to have help, but there's just no room for anybody. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. You have no idea. Just out of the kindness in your heart, want to come over here and help me. I really do appreciate it. Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. It like popped up, keeps going popped up.
You going Christmas on us.
Kathleen, yes. So if you order a mystery box and you order other stuff, the mystery box goes separately from everything else, because I pack them and they're taped and they're ready to go. So it's not like, you could you couldn't stick a finger in there in some of them. I mean, it just depends. It's packed. So also, if you order one, please be very careful when you're opening it. I would take, like, if you're going to use your scissors, put it right in the end, get a little thing started, and then try to use your fingers to lift it up. I mean, because it's really packed. So be very careful, please. Let's see. Oh, Marion, most things I get from the U.S., the postage is high. Yes, it's high. It's going to be high. And it just is what it is. I don't get anything from that. So I apologize to everybody who is saying, in fact, I think that like I charge just a little bit less than the medium rate, because I figure I'm just going to do a flat number. I'm not going to go all crazy. And so that's what we do. let's see. Oh, Marla's here. Hi, Marla. Hi, Angie.
Hey.
And okay, hold up. Tanis, am I right? Tanis says that Colorado is her favorite place in the world. She doesn't live there, but she grew up there.
Oh.
Excellent. I've never been, so I'm excited to go and see it. Let's see. Marla says she's been to the Denver airport. It's huge, but easy to navigate. She had a 2-hour layover there. Maybe I'll just move to the airport. I mean, you know.
There we go.
Kathy said she lived in Denver years ago. She loves Colorado. And Linda said, hi, Sherry.
Hey.
Linda Parsons. Nita says she loves Colorado. I don't even think you said that to me, Nita. That's awesome. La la la. Dorlin says she lives in Colorado Springs.
Oh. I did not remember that.
I didn't either. Nancy, yes, the house, we accepted an offer on Monday. And this is a wine called Pink Cat.
Pink
It was given to me by Denise Sundquist. And I don't think she's here right now. She usually watches the playback. So thanks, Denise. Marguerite, yes, I am still working. I went from Smurfs, then singing Christmas in one tune. What was the Smurfs? Where did I sing that was the Smurfs? I don't know. Things are just coming in my head. I'm just singing anything. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing over here. Lori LaSalle says, hi, Sherry.
Hey, Lori.
Oh, do you order the boxes separately? You don't have to order the boxes separately, but it will ship separately. Because the program, Shopify, will calculate both shippings. So when you go to check out, you're going to have the $15 for the medium flat rate, and then you're going to have whatever it is for the rest of the order. So it's going to look cray, but the medium box has to ship separately. So you can put it on the same order, though. You can do that. That's okay, Kathleen. I understand how it corrects and all this. Don't worry. I knew what you meant. Laurie Parascandolo says, I was born in Denver, but only lived there a few years. And you probably don't remember those years, right? So I'm thinking, oh, Nita has extended family in Colorado. Did you know that, Sherry?
No, I don't think I did.
It says the la 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 la. That's Smurfs, right? Isn't it? Okay, that must be the part. I didn't realize I was even saying that. Christina Cunningham says, my daughter-in-law is from Denver. We ate sushi there once. Was it positive experience? I mean, I don't eat raw food, so I don't know. Did you enjoy it?
Denver seems like a weird place for sushi.
I don't know. I think any place is a weird place for sushi. I don't understand why you wouldn't cook your stuff before you eat it. That's just me, though. Oh, Colleen said she just ordered a mystery box. Awesome. It's her. Thanks, Colleen. Laurie remembers visiting. That's cool. Yes, that's the Smurfs. You did it perfectly. I used to love the Smurfs. I mean, I still love them, but when I was a kid, we watched the Smurfs, like, religiously. Let's see. Karen said her husband is from Denver. We have family in Thornton and Federal Heights. Okay. I did see, we were looking at some houses that were in Thornton. I think most of them are in Aurora and, I don't know, another suburb. I don't remember what it was. But I mean, there's like a lot. Not all sushi is raw. Well, I don't eat vegetables either. I don't know. It's not all raw. But it's got like avocado and stuff in it, right?
I think sashimi is all raw, but sushi is not.
Oh.
I think.
Well, I just learned something new tonight because I didn't know that.
I could be wrong.
Let's see. Wahoo, Steph just dropped a new video for later this evening, y'all. Okay.
Okay. Good to know.
Cooked is better. Some has avocado. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay away from it. Unfortunately,
Some
I'm
of it's
one of those people who's scared of food. So I'm not, I wish that I were more adventurous when it came to culinary things, but I'm not.
some of it's
I'm,
deep fried. You'd probably like it.
well, not, but I'm not if it has just the deep fried fish or whatever and rice,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. The seaweed thing kind of drives me kind of makes me
Oh,
crazy.
that has seaweed.
What it was, it just sticky. The rice holds it all together.
Yeah,
I might be
basically.
okay with that and like dipping it in the soy sauce.
Yeah, and then yeah, the
Uh,
ones.
Elena says her 4-year-old loves sushi. We get him the one with veggies and crab meat, nothing raw. Okay.
Yeah.
Kay says, I wish I was a little more afraid of food. See, the thing is though, you have to be afraid of like the bad stuff too, which I'm not afraid of. I seem to be just fine with the things that are deep fried,
Uh-huh.
sugary,
I resemble
crunchy.
that.
Although I do have a cheese stick here, and I ate literally in 5 minutes. I ate 3 cheese sticks sitting here before we started. You could ask Sherry;
Okay.
she was watching me. She's like, "I
Well,
love how you're eating a
I
cheese stick."
realize
Like,
that.
I'm starving, and I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner. I mean, I literally have like nothing to eat. I don't think because my plan was, oh, you guys, I am trying to spend as much time as possible in the storage unit cutting fabric, right? So last night, I was supposed to go and spend the night, not the whole night, but I was supposed to spend the night cutting fabric until about 9:45 last night. But I started thinking, I was like, oh my goodness, like we have a retreat that's coming up next week. Now, listen, if you still want to go to Washington, we got a couple spots. So come on over with us. It's going to be a load of fun. It's going to be next Thursday, and we want y'all to come. So come on over. We got 2 spots left, and you're going to miss all the fun. Anyways, so next week we have this retreat. And so I'm like, okay, number one, I have to finish the placemat pattern for piecing it real, which I think we were supposed to have already started that, and we haven't. Uh, Number two, I have a block of the month that needs to be released on September 1st, and I haven't even figured out what I'm going to do yet, y'all. So, and then I have number three, I'm putting in a proposal to AccuQuilt, and hopefully they will pick my proposal, and I can I'll have a like a pattern and all kinds of stuff for AccuQuilt in December. But that's if I even win. But I got to finish it and submit it before I can win, right? So I had like all this designing that I have to do. I've got like, and it, believe me, that's not a chore. I love doing it. I just don't have a whole lot of time. So I'm sitting here, I'm trying to like figure out what I'm gonna do. So my plan was I was gonna go cut fabric and then pick up buffalo chicken on the way home, and then I'd have buffalo chicken last night. I have buffalo chicken tonight because I can't ever finish the whole thing. And I was like, there you go. I'd have my 2 meals planned, right? Well, I didn't go
Oh,
because I started thinking, I really need to design these things. If I don't do this, still haven't even started the block of the month one, but at least I finished the placemat. Very happy about that.
yeah.
Sherry, what you making, hon? Everybody's asking.
I am working on from the Millersburg retreat. Oh, I forgot I had stuff inside my book. I
Uh-oh.
made this placemat. Ooh, I can't get it centered. Sorry. There we go.
I love it. It looks
I'm
familiar.
making it. It's one of Yvette's patterns.
So
This
she's
is
working on
kind of,
FPP.
yes, foundation paper piecing. I'm making sailboats and suns, but right now the suns.
And she finished a sun while we were at
I
the retreat in Millersburg, and it came out so cute that everybody wants her to make
did.
suns.
It
It's
turned out great.
gorgeous. You did such a great job. It's
I
lovely.
love it.
It's lovely.
I love it.
Okay, let me see here. I missed some stuff. Karen says she's not doing any sushi. Marla says she's pickier than
Everyone.
me because she doesn't like coffee. I
Uh,
listen, anybody who really knows me, like my close friends who have actually had to sit down and have a meal with me, they might disagree with you. I mean, I eat no vegetables whatsoever, like in no way, shape, or form.
Coffee's not a deciding factor there.
Yeah, no, I don't think that coffee would do it, but good try though. um
Eat your effort.
you know what's really funny to me is whenever I tell people that I don't eat vegetables, and then they'll say, "But you eat salad, right?" I'm sorry, salad is an entire vegetable. Like there's not anything unless you happen to throw croutons in there. It's all vegetable. There's like absolutely nothing. Or unless maybe you like have a chef salad and throw a piece of ham or turkey on the top, maybe the cheese. But I'm like, what about a salad does not sound like vegetables to you? Just no. Do not eat a salad.
Oh my Lord.
I just think people are so funny, I think that what happened to me is like from a very young age, my mom pretty much eats. I mean, I don't think there's a single thing on this planet that my mom doesn't eat. Like she will eat anything. And so when I was little, I mean, when if you have kids, which I don't, part of the reason was because I don't eat vegetables. I'm kidding. But when you have kids, a lot of times when you're thinking about raising your kids right and this kind of, you try to do things and model good behavior for them, right? So like you'll eat things in front of them and so that they kind of go, oh, okay, mom's eating that and they'll eat it. And, so what happened with me is I was, when I was a kid, I don't remember like being afraid of eating or anything, but at some point there must have been something I ate. And for me, like when I eat vegetables, anytime I've tried a new vegetable, all I get is bitterness, right? Like there's no flavor there. It's just this acidic, bitter. I can't even explain. So I can only imagine that happened even just once, because I could tell you as an adult it ain't fun. So probably when I was a kid it wasn't much fun either, and I just became so afraid of trying anything. And the whole, make them sit there until they eat it, or what, I would starve to death rather than eat a vegetable. And I was serious. So my mom got to a point where she didn't force me to eat anything. If I didn't like it, then I did. If I didn't want to eat it, then it's fine. Just what do you want to eat? She wanted me to eat, and so I don't know. So I mean, even at this point in my life, I'm actually quite scared, and I don't know. It's irrational, but that's why you call it like a phobia, right? Or like just irrational. I know it's not a rational thought. It's not like the food's gonna eat me back. But I don't like trying new stuff. I don't. I remember there was a friend that I had at work that was trying to get me to eat a blueberry. I finally tried it after about a week of being hassled, and I hated it. So, once that happens, I'm sorry, but like the next time it's going to take you 2 weeks. It's not going to happen. The only time I've ever had luck is I think, and a lot of times it has to be my idea, right? Like I wouldn't eat fish for the longest time because I just kept thinking I didn't like the smell of it at the point. in time. And so I thought, I don't even want to try it because the smell of it isn't even pleasant, right? And so when I finally did try, now granted, fried fish, and it was probably like cod or flounder, something very mild,
Yeah.
I really liked it. And so now I eat fried fish. Now I've tried salmon. Not a huge fan. I don't know. It has a very different taste to me. And so I'm not a big fan. But because I had tried the fried fish and I liked it, I was able to try the salmon without getting too crazed about it and just discovered, okay, I don't like it. I mean, I would probably eat it again. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't something where I'd be like, I can't wait to have salmon again, you know, the kind of thing. So it's just weird. Like I wish that's one of the things about me that I wish I could change. But I can't. So there you go. Okay, let me see here. I'm like, I talk about the craziest things, y'all. I get off on a tangent. Okay, I don't even know how I got there. Oh, Marla was pickier than me because she didn't drink coffee. That's how I got there. Okay. Let me see. Laurie says she has cousins that lived in Wheat Ridge, which I have not heard of, and Aurora. I know where that is. Let's see. Gina says she's with me. She's picky. She doesn't eat a lot of stuff either. She doesn't wash her dishes if she's going to get more to eat or drink today. I love it. If y'all missed that conversation, that was on Saturdays with Steph. Oh gosh, that was great. Shirley is asking Nita what brand of cutter you are using, Sherry.
I just took a bite of my frozen
Martelli.
yogurt.
It's a Martelli cutter.
Yep. Wrong way. It's the Martelli ergonomic. So you hold it like this. I keep going the wrong way. Yep. It's lovely. It's wonderful. I can use it for sitting down.
It's one of those things that I think people either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
And if you love it, then you love it. Like you don't change, right? Right, Sherry?
Well, yeah.
I mean, you would be able to use something else because you have, but you really love it.
I still go back and forth with my other ones, but this one is my go-to because I feel, especially for foundation piecing, because I don't want to be standing up to cut.
Yeah.
And I can't a cutting mat low enough to make it, because otherwise I'm doing like this number.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like that. Not with, obviously, I'd be cutter, but.
Okay, so she's using a Martelli rotary cutter. And they are, if you do decide you want to even try it, there's a right hand and a left hand. So you do have to make sure that you choose the correct cutter.
Yeah, right-handed is red, left-handed is blue.
Okay, let me see here. Kay says, yeah, chips should try to be a little more intimidating.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Kathleen says, a California roll is really good, but I will not tear raw fish.
Will not eat, probably.
Oh, it probably is eat. Yes, thank you. You're probably right. Oh, and look, Nita had answered the question. See, I didn't go down far enough.
I wish I could see the chat. I can't see it.
No, it's okay. I keep talking too much. Otherwise, I'd be all caught up. Will we be posting photos from the retreats? Usually, whenever we post photos for the retreats, it's usually within the retreat Facebook page, so you can go and join that page if you'd like. Just go to Together We Sew Quilting Retreats. Just look for it. I'm sure you can find it. It's a public page, and go there, and that's probably where we'll post them. If we have, or like with the referrals and tutorials, testimonials, whatever you want to call them, we will put pictures there as well. Usually it'll be group pictures or something like that where a specific person is not like pointed out, unless they tell us that they don't mind that, and then we might do it. Let's see. Hi, Mona. Mona is here.
Hey.
And
that's balloonist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that my thingy got popped down to the bottom again. Darn it. Marla says she doesn't eat ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, or salad dressing.
Now, when you say salad dressing, do you mean Miracle Whip salad dressing, or do you mean any salad dressing?
Right. Because I eat ketchup, mustard, mayo, but I eat the real thing. I don't like salad dressing or Miracle Whip. I don't like that. I'm not sure. Maybe she'll answer that. Oh, Lauren is here. Seaside Mom. Haven't seen you in 100 years, girly. She says, hi, chicken. Hi. Let's see. Okay. Couple of people talking amongst themselves. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shirley says, Yvette, chocolate is a bean, beans are veggies, chocolate is a vegetable.
I've heard
I like the way she thinks. Although I have to tell you, I mean, I'll be quite honest with you. I really don't care that I don't eat vegetables. I don't feel like I have to explain myself to people. I am almost 50 years old and I am still on this planet and I have never eaten a vegetable. Well, not really. So, not on a regular basis, let's put it that way. So, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody else is not good with
I don't feel like I have to explain myself anymore. I mean, when I was younger, you know, it was always so important to me for to try to explain why I didn't, you know, I will give people like an explanation sort of, but I really don't care if you like that I eat vegetables or not. I'm so over it now. Oh, Math Geek says I came in just in time to hear food talk again. I know, that's all we do. Oh, look, Denise is here. Denise, thank you, honey bun. We get drunk. I'm not getting drunk. I swear, I'm not getting drunk.
We're doing what?
I've only got one glass. I mean, I guess I could leave Sherry here by herself and go fill her up, but I'm not. Kathleen says, oh, Denise said hi, by the way, Sherry. She says, y'all, for future reference, do not send Yvette a gift card to Salads or Us. Amen. Gladys says hi. Gladys just came in. Oh, Netta's here. Netta came in.
Hey, Netta.
I'm catching up, you guys. Laura wants to know if I like seafood. I do like some seafood. And since I discovered that I was okay with fish, I have been more open to like trying different seafood. So there was one time I went to a baby shower and they had the lady who was the hostess. It was a small baby shower. There weren't like a whole bunch of people. It was just at her house, you know, type of thing. It was little. And she had made scallops for us. Scallops with like linguine or something. And I found out later from my friend who the shower was for that apparently she did not cook the scallops well. Now, I wouldn't have known because I had never eaten a scallop in my life. And I have to say that I didn't really care for the scallops that much, but I did finish them because I didn't feel like I was going to die if I did. Like if there would have been a vegetable, they all knew that I didn't like vegetables. So nobody gave me any vegetables and that was fine. But if I had felt like I was, you know, gonna die because something burst open in my mouth and was gonna kill me, then I would have stopped. But I finished them because it was okay. And if you like use the linguine and the sauce, things were all right, you know. So I ate the scallops, but apparently scallops are better than that. So I would try them again. I had clams before. That was at a wedding. This was like this high-end wedding where like we all got a lobster and we got mussels. You know, like, and we were supposed to like take them out of the shell, which I had never had mussels before in my life. And And so all I did was I just kind of looked around the table and I said, y'all, I'm kind of terrified of food. So I've never had mussels before. Can I watch y'all eat them first? And they were like, sure. And so I just did what everybody else did. And I'll be honest, like the mussels tasted fine. It was okay. I don't think it's something that I would be dying to order in a restaurant. But if I were at another wedding and they served them, I'd be cool beans, right? But, you know, a little bit more work than I would have liked for something that was mediocre, in my opinion. My opinion only, okay? Now, the lobster, y'all, I grew up in the South, okay? We eat crawfish. We season them babies to the nth degree, okay? I am so sorry, but lobster with butter, no. It is so bland. And if I kept going, does anybody got like even just some regular old pepper? Anything. Like I was like, it needs some flavor or something. And they were like, well, what about the butter? I'm like, I don't know. That just, no. I mean, maybe if it was butter with a whole bunch of seasoning on it, I'd be cool with that. So, you know, me and lobster, you know, that's also something I probably wouldn't order. I'd much rather have a big old order of crawfish, thank you very much, with like a side of potatoes, you know, with a whole bunch of Tonys on it. That's what I would want. So there you go. I mean, I'm willing to try seafood as long as it's cooked. And but I have to say, seafood for me is actually kind of hit and miss, you know? Like, it's not something that I would stop eating, but I don't think I would, like, go out and order most of the stuff, you know? I really like fish and chips, especially if it's a nice cod or a haddock. I really like haddock. But most things I'm like, whatever, you know, no biggie. I love shrimp. I love crab as long as I don't have to like go plucking it out. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just too much work. If I'm going to work for something, I want some crawfish. But, you know, I grew up in the South. So, you know, I think that has a lot to do with it. Okay, so let's see. Denise wants to see the pink cat wine. Girl, yours has been gone for ages. I think that my thing is that usually when I come home at night, I'm just trying to stay awake. So I have coffee. And that's why I like tonight, I had my coffee before the wine. And so now I'm having the wine. And I guarantee you, like right now, you know how like, if y'all are wine drinkers, y'all will know what I'm saying. Like when you take like the first couple of sips, it's good. Don't get me wrong. But once you get to like sip 5 or sip 6, you're all like, I could finish this glass and just get another glass and keep getting another glass. So there ain't nothing left in that bottle. So right now I'm thinking I could finish this in a second, go get some more, finish that and keep going, and then just go to sleep real nice. Thank you, Denise. I'm still drinking it, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Okay. Deanna Shortridge is here. Sorry, Deanna. Let's see. Marla hates blueberries, and she doesn't eat fish. Just sharing with everybody. Marla says she has issues with the smell of food. Oh, all the time, girly. I know. What does HB eat? What does HB? What's HB? Is that JB? Maybe it means JB. JB eats, you know, they have food all the time. So I keep dry food down for them all the time. Twice a day, they get wet food. And they get tons of treats. So, you know, they ain't hurting. I can tell you right now. They're good. They like fish better than they like beef or chicken. Yeah.
Sounds normal.
And they don't eat, you know, Spooky Scout will eat people food a little bit. The other 3, not at all. They want to smell it. They might come and lick. You know, like if I have a biscuit, they want to lick the butter and the salt off the top, but they're not going to eat it. But yeah. Let's see. Christina says, I don't like that I can't use it left-handed. I have no idea what she's talking about, so maybe she's talking to somebody else.
Probably the Martelli cutter.
Well, you mean you can if you get the left-handed one.
Right. But you can't,
right.
like,
Right. You can't do it both ways. Yeah, exactly. Right. Pamela's here. Hi, Pamela. Pamela says her cat is chasing a gecko around the house. Awesome. Amaze balls. Oh, my thingy just popped up to the top again. Doggone it. What the heck? Oh, my goodness. I missed a lot of chat. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
I'm going to try to go real quick through, guys.
Oh, I just figured out how to do the chat. Oh, my God.
Oh, gosh. Patty says she's packing to go on a sewing journey. It involves motorcycles and her college BFF. So she's just lurking. That's cool, Patty. That's cool. Colleen said she hated the thoughts of eating Brussels sprouts until one time I fixed it by roasting them with olive oil on it. Instant love. I'm very happy for you. You know, I tried, no, I'm serious, because I really do wish that I would just eat anything and not be such a baby about it. But I remember there was one time, well, I was in my 20s, and I thought, okay, I am going to, like, when we were in our 20s, I don't know if we were like y'all, but we had no money. So we ate Hamburger Helper all the time, right? Like ad nauseum. That's all we ever ate. In fact, now Jim is all like, do not ever bring a Hamburger Helper in his house ever again. I'm just like, okay. I mean, me personally, I would eat a Hamburger Helper again. But if he doesn't want it, then we won't have it. No problem. But anyway, so you remember the one that was like the Hamburger Helper and it had the broccoli and cheese and you put the beef in and, you know, so it was like.
It was beef?
Yeah, it was, well, you always put your own beef in, right? Like, you got, it had all the stuff, and then you, like, cooked up the beef and added everything else. It was ground beef. Okay, everything was ground beef or tuna, right? It was either the tuna or the ground beef. Anyway, I thought, okay, that I'm going to try it because it's got all the cheese in it. I was like, I can add extra cheese, you know, whatever, and I'll be getting some broccoli in. Y'all, no. Didn't work. It didn't work. I starved to death that night. Because I tasted one and I was like, ah! Get it out of me! Oh my goodness.
I don't remember having that one. I remember we did, unless we did that with chicken.
You could have done it with chicken, because you could put ground chicken in it, sure.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
I mean, it's just like having, you know, beef and broccoli Chinese food.
It is not like beef and broccoli. Not if you're adding cheese to it.
Well, I mean, come on, it was Hamburger Helper, for God's sake. You added anything you could to that sucker.
Well, okay.
But that was my thing, is because everybody was always saying, you know, if you want to get your kids to eat broccoli, put cheese on it. So I thought I would get the Hamburger Helper with the broccoli in it and put a whole bunch of cheese on it, and you know, that would take care of the problem. But it did not work.
That is not a combination I would enjoy. I don't think I would enjoy that flavor profile. Thank you.
Okay, this is really hilarious. Where is it? I just missed it. MJ says that ketchup is a vegetable. I really wish that I could go with you on that one. I don't think I would. I don't think that counts. That's like everybody always says to me, oh, if you eat potatoes is a starch, guys. It's way different. I don't know. If you really want to add potatoes to the vegetables, then okay. I eat a vegetable. I eat one. But I really don't think you would count that as I mean, you know, I really wish you could, because, you know, then I'd be hog wild in vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just, I eat vegetables for lunch today. Because I had a medium order of McDonald's French fries for lunch. I just vegged it up for lunch with a Diet Coke. Okay, Kathleen says, Yvette, have you ever tried the sandwich spread, cake sandwich spread? It's like Thousand. Nope, you lost me. Nope, no Thousand Island. It's got no. Nope, nope.
Did you say cake?
Well, it must be a typo, but I don't know what. All right, hold up. I'm gonna keep scrolling down because maybe she corrected that because I don't know what she meant about that, but it doesn't matter. You Thousand Island. I will not eat like a Big Mac with that nasty old sauce. That is the most disgusting sauce I've ever eaten. The smell of it makes me want to hurl. Okay, so
I like
no.
it.
You like it? Listen, loads of people love it. Loads of people love it.
I eat a lot of things that you don't.
No, I know, and it's great. That's great. You're so lucky. I mean, I can't even tell you. It's the hardest thing is like going to somebody's house, you know, and they're like making a meal. You don't want to hurt people's feelings. So it's like I go in with a disclaimer, right? I'm like, okay, I'm here to eat, but I'm really only going to eat like 2 things. Like, and it ain't you. It's not you. Like, I just don't eat much. Marla says, oh, hell no. Well, I think she meant heck, but I don't mind saying, pardon me. Oh my goodness, I'm having to hiccup with the wine. I don't mind saying hell on my channel. It's okay. Hell is a place. You know what I'm saying? She says, I mean like sweet and sour, French ranch. Oh, that's the dressings she doesn't eat. I definitely won't eat Miracle Whip, but I will eat Hellman's in my potato salad and egg salad. Okay. MJ wants to know what I put in my gumbo. Okay, let me give a little. See, I feel like I have to. When you get to this point, I have to explain like explicitly. Okay, I like the flavor of onions and bell peppers. I like the flavor. But if I were to just, like if I bit into an onion and there was like that crunch, when you get that crunch, the flavor that shoots out of it, for me, is only bitter. So I cannot eat an onion. Same with the bell pepper. If I were to bite into a bell pepper and I actually had the crunch, what shot out of it is bitter. That I just don't, I can't. So when I'm making gumbo, my base, the only reason, see, the Holy Trinity, right? That's what you're asking. I use the Holy Trinity, but I don't use celery only because, in my opinion, even like no matter what, celery tastes like nothing. So I don't even waste my time. I do put onions and bell peppers in my gumbo, but I have that handy dandy, what is it? Pampered Chef chopper, and I chop my onions and bell peppers to within an inch of their life. They're basically almost just liquid, right? And then I put them in. I make my roux, and then I put the onions and the bell peppers chopped all small. But you know as well as I do, well, you should, that you cook gumbo like all day long. Okay, so by the time, even if there's like little pieces of onion and bell pepper that are still like whole, they are going to cook down and become soft and not crunchy at all, and there's no crunch. So in that way, I can eat them.
They go to mush.
Right. So you get the flavor, but you don't have the crunch. And that's what I have to avoid, because for some reason, like if anything has like, if it's got some substance to it still left, when I chew on that, I get bitterness pop out, and I can't eat that. I can't. So that's my issue. So when I'm making my gumbo, I do put onion and bell pepper in it, but it cooks all day, and before I even put it in there, I chop it to within an inch of its life, okay? What else do I put in my gumbo? I put salt and pepper, but actually I put probably more Tonys. I put a whole ton of Tonys in there. And then I will put, like basically I will cook my roux with chicken stock, bone broth, and mostly that's it. I try not to use any water if I don't have to. And I just cook the broth like all day, right? And then I'll have some chicken. And when there's like probably, you know, as long as I'm going to have about an hour left, you can like just throw, you could throw like, just put whole chicken in there, like with the bones and everything, because that'll make it taste better. And then if you cook it long enough, it'll come right off the bone. I'm not telling you nothing you don't know. So it'll just come right off the bone. I'll put chicken, I put sausage. That's basically all I'll put in my gumbo. And then I cook my rice and then I put that all over it. That's how I make my gumbo. I do not eat okra. When I was growing up, like my mama would make okra gumbo and she would strain it for me. So that, because if I chew on one of those little pods, that's all she wrote. Not to mention that if you don't cook okra long enough and it's still all stringy, no, sorry, I can't do that. There's a lot of people down south, they can eat that. I can't eat that. Okay. All right, I'm so far behind now. Let's see. Shirley says, Yvette, I'm 56 and I don't eat Vegas very often.
Vegetables.
Oh, vegetables. Okay. I was going to say, you don't eat Vegas. Okay. That's okay. You don't eat it very often. I don't blame you. I mean, life is short. You know what I'm saying? Eat the stuff you like. I don't know. Lori says she's almost 60. She eats like a toddler. No salad dressing, mustard, or mayo. More power to you, girly. And if anybody else likes it, it's more for them. Del Marie loves vegetables. Good for you. I think that's great. Del Marie, sorry. Stephanie says she's eating broccoli right now. Yeah, okay. Does my husband like or eat vegetables? Yes, he does. I think the only thing that Jim doesn't like is Brussels sprouts. But if he were at somebody's house and they served Brussels sprouts, he would probably eat them and he'd be fine. He wouldn't like it, but he wouldn't, say anything. He'd be okay with eating it. He's much different than me. So that's more like how my mom is. Even if she probably didn't like something, she could at least get through it and it wouldn't be that big a deal to her. Whereas to me, it's like ending my life. You might as well just take a knife and stab it right through my heart.
Oh, dramatic.
Nancy says she likes seafood, but definitely not oysters. Okay, that's raw, right? You talking about raw oysters, or you talking about just any oysters whatsoever? Because yeah, I can't imagine ever wanting to eat what looks like a big pile of snot on a shell. I just no. I know people love that. Oh my goodness, my daddy could eat like 24 of them suckers in a row. No, nope. Elena says, Yvette, I sent you an email with my updated address for my order because that's okay. Yeah, I can take care of that, Elena. No big deal. Christina got sick on scallops before. See, if you ever get sick on something, I imagine you probably don't want to eat it again. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. Let's see. I got
sick on a McRib sandwich. Couldn't eat one of those for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine that being any different than that. I mean, because if something makes you sick and it's that bad, you're never going to forget it. How could you possibly eat that again anytime soon? I mean, I get that. Kathleen says she knows somebody that one of her kids for 3 years refused to eat anything but ketchup.
Wow.
At least she was getting some kind of calories in her. Right? I mean, I've heard so many horror stories about kids, but like if you talk to, like I can't even like think of the word for a child doctor. Why can't I? Pediatrician? Pediatrician, yeah? They'll tell you that while it's not the best idea on the planet for the kid to eat nothing but ketchup for 3 years, at least they're eating something, right? I mean, I was told by my sister I think her kids pretty much ate anything, but there was one period where one of her kids went through and like basically would eat nothing but French fries, I think, or something like that. And the doctor told her, he was like, look, it's not ideal, but the kid is getting food in her, right? I mean, it's like, it's better than she's like on a food strike and won't eat anything at all. I mean, she's gaining weight. She's like, whatever. And so it's like, and then they get over it, Why it takes them 3 years to eat nothing but ketchup, I don't know. But I mean, I guess it was better than her not eating anything. So, Deanna Cunningham is here. Oh, Nancy likes escargot. More for you, sweetheart. More for you. Sheila says that scallops make her gag. Patty says bacon wrapped scallops are so good.
All right. Well, I mean, bacon makes just about everything good.
Right? Laura said, once when I was little, I was sick and was eating vegetable soup. I threw up. Ever since that day, I hate vegetable soup.
That's sad.
That is sad. But, there's so many other things to eat in the world. I guess, I mean, I'm just saying. It's not like, you got to look at the positive side of something.
I'm a foodie.
Lauren was talking about... You with me?
I said I'm a foodie.
Oh, you're a foodie. Oh,
I like all the food.
I wish I were a foodie. I wish I were a foodie. It sounds like such a good thing to be, Like, instead of being terrified of everything that's going to go in your mouth, it's the better alternative, if you ask me.
I want to try stuff. I might not like it, and I might not go back to it, but I like trying stuff.
Oh, I wish I did. I wish I did. Miss Seeley said she don't know what all the fuss is about with lobster. Yeah, I don't either.
You.
Laura loves crawfish. Me too. I love crawfish. Rich Rudley is here, tuning in from New Jersey. Hi, Rich. I'm catching up on chat here, so I hope you're still here. I'm gonna start going really fast. Let's see. Del Marie likes fried fish, clams, shrimp, boiled crab, and lobster with lots of butter. Okay. Somebody named Andrew is here. He's got a whole bunch of question marks. He probably wants to know, what are we doing here? Lauren says she used to visit friends in Grand Junction, and the Denver area is very beautiful, but smoking hot in the summer. Girl, don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that. I'm so miserable right now. I hate the sun. I really do. I just, yeah. Nancy gets heartburn from wine. That's not fun.
Nancy Gus said she tried brain and eggs.
What? Okay, I don't know what that is. I just got something. Oh my goodness! I've like everything got popped to the bottom again. Oh my goodness, the Aussie meat pies. I miss those so much. Oh my goodness. Like the beef and cheese. Oh my goodness. I could eat a beef and cheese every day. I would love to eat it. Yes. They sell them at like these like little you know how like we have food trucks here? Well, it's sort of like that over there, except they're not trucks. They'll just be like little shops that are along the side. Like if you go to like where the train station is, they'll have these little pop shops. They're like little holes in the wall, and so basically it's hand food. So they give it to you in this little paper pocket, and what it is you have to be very careful, because when you take a bite in it, it's got all this gravy inside, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I could eat a freaking beef and cheese every day. I want a beef and cheese right now. I want to be able to just like somehow get myself over to Australia right now. Well, maybe not right now. I don't know what time it is over there. But get a beef and cheese. I want one really bad now. Okay.
Rich Rudley says, I want what YvetteRene is drinking. And then he says, I grew up eating SpaghettiOs.
I love SpaghettiOs. I love SpaghettiOs.
I can't stand them.
Oh my goodness. See, I'm such a child. I
It's the
love them.
texture.
It's the what?
The texture. I can't do I don't, it's something weird about the texture. I can't do it.
Huh. That's weird. See, you'd
Because
think that I would notice a texture if anybody will. I love them. I love
it's
them.
like drinking down slime.
In school, they count ketchup as a veggie for the kids' lunch.
Where?
I mean, I wish I was in that school, don't get me wrong, but what? Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
That can't be.
Oh my goodness. Tony Conway is here. Mass King is here saying hi, Rich. I don't know who Mass King is. Who are you guys? I haven't seen you before. Hey. So Mary says if you saute the onion, the bitter goes away. It does, but for me, it's like you have to saute it and make sure that there's no crunchy in there. So it has to be at least to the point of caramelized, but I have to tell you that even caramelized sometimes is not good enough. Sometimes because even when you caramelize, sometimes they'll have that, depending on how big the onion is. So if you leave the onion too big, y'all listen to what I'm saying here. I'm serious. Because if it's cooked right, if it's completely all the way thoroughly cooked, but you have to get them small enough to begin with. I love caramelized onions too, because I love that smoky kind of, I like the flavor of onions. It's just, I'm telling you, if there's any kind of crunchy anything in there, it ruins the entire thing for me. I can't. It's terrible. I wish I did not have this, because I would so enjoy food, I think, if I didn't have that happen, you know, because it just ruins everything. And I love food. I love eating, but I don't know. It's crazy. I feel like a crazy person when I talk about this. Well, Shelly, it's not all cooked vegetables, because I've tried that like with carrots. I don't like cooked carrots. They got some weird taste. I don't like them even after they're all the way cooked. Nope, can't do it. Now, a carrot, if it's been in a soup and it's been cooking all day and basically that carrot tastes like chicken broth, no problem. But if it still has carrot taste in it, I don't like that taste. So I don't know. It's mostly texture. Mostly. My quilt projects. Yes, ma'am. Louisiana born and bred, baby. There's a lot of people coming in here and they all know each other and I don't know them. So hi, I'm so glad you guys are here. Oh, Marla. So Tony's is a seasoning in Louisiana and it's called Tony Chachery. He was a famous cook down there, and so he's got this great seasoning. A lot of stores are starting to carry it, but usually you can only buy it outside of Louisiana in like these little containers. And if you lived in Louisiana, that little big container ain't gonna last you very long, but it's really good. It's got everything in it. It's really good.
I got it here in Indiana.
But you get a big one? You could get a big one?
Hold on. I'll see how big
you have it? Oh my goodness. I love Sherry. I already knew I loved Sherry. Smudgy, you're gonna have to hold on a little.
Okay. I remember I got the small container. So this one's small, like my hand is like the size of the can,
that's
right?
the little one. But so Louisiana, you could get one that's about double that size.
Yeah, it's like the size of a Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
But I bought a smaller one because I don't use the Creole season very often.
Yeah. Well, I use it as an everything seasoning, right? Like I cook everything with Tony's.
How did you pronounce his name?
Tony Chachery.
Yeah, I did not pronounce that right.
Does gumbo come in a can? Rich, honey, if gumbo came in a can, you wouldn't even want to eat it like that. Have somebody properly cook you some gumbo, honey. No, don't do it. Don't do that. Don't have instant grits either. Don't do it.
Oh,
Do
no.
yourself a favor. Make yourself some real grits. Put some nice cheddar in it. Maybe some shrimp. Anyway, MJ wants some gumbo. Yep, I don't blame you. And I want some gumbo too. See, and I really like, I love whenever I make like my meatball stew. That's like with the Tonys and the, oh my goodness, it's so good. Mass King loves okra. See, it's okay. Okra, it's another one of those things where it's either you love okra or you hate okra. I don't think there's like any in between. My mama, that woman could eat okra till the cows come home, but my mama eat everything. I wish I was more like my mama, but I'm not. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe I got like my daddy's side. I don't know what happened.
My quilt project says, Yvette, am I hearing a Louisiana accent? And then almost right after, Deanna Cunningham says, I like it when your accent comes out when you say Peppa.
When I get excited about stuff, that's whenever my accent really does come out. And also, I am drinking a little bit of wine.
Love it.
But I'm almost out of wine. It's a sad day. Okay, let's see. Nancy hates cake. Wait, that must not be what she really meant. I'm just sitting there going, that must be a typo or something. I, for example, hate cake. I don't know what that means. Nancy says she uses frozen okra so it's not slimy. See, that's the thing. If you from the South though and you like making okra, or you making something with okra, you don't eat the frozen one. I mean, people do. Don't get me wrong. We have frozen okra, but it's like, you know, grits. Unless you are like in dire straits, you do not eat instant grits down south. I mean, people do. You do. Like I said, if you're in dire straits, you really need yourself a grit right now. Excellent. But if you eat instant grits and then you eat like real grits, you're never gonna want an instant grit again. I'm telling you, you're never gonna want an instant grit again. It's so much better. Like when people say that they hate grits, but the only time they've ever had grits is when they instant grits. I'm like, girl, you ain't had a grit. You ain't had a grit. You need a good grit and you would like it because it's not gritty when it's real grits. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, let's see.
Asks what I'm working on. I am working on a pattern of Yvette's that was from a retreat in Millersburg, Ohio, and I'm working on this little sun. I need to make 3 of them total. So I've got 1 done and I'm working on 2 more.
She's so good.
I mean, the retreat was in April and I'm still working on this. So
girl, I got quilts I've been working on for 10 years. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying. I did well to get this done at the retreat.
Yeah, you did, and everybody was so jellyfish.
It's like,
really,
it's done.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go down a little bit. Do. People's talking about SpaghettiOs and y'all give me some love. Thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Come on, peeps.
The only thing Marla will eat at McDonald's is pancakes. I love it. No Mexican food. You didn't eat Mexican food? What? Marla won't eat Mexican food.
I don't eat fast food. Definitely no Mexican food. No margaritas? Oh my goodness. See, I would eat with her because I would eat everything she ain't eating. I would just eat everything she ain't eating. It'd be fine.
Oh my goodness.
I love Mexican food.
As evidenced by our mini trips at You were not alone, my girl. You were not alone.
I love Mexican food. Oh my goodness. I'm still looking for, you know how hard it is to find a place where you can get a pork tamale? Hands up. If you are a testament to the fact that you can never find a pork tamale. When I'll go in and I'm like, okay, well, they're like, well, you can get a chicken tamale. Okay, I'm sorry, but these people who are working and cooking in the Mexican restaurant are all Mexican, okay? And I'm like, okay, so when it's a holiday, are you making chicken tamales? No, you're all making pork tamales. Why? Because it's supposed to be pork tamales. There's only one place I've ever found that had the pork tamales, and I almost killed myself eating them damn pork tamales. So good. So good. Oh my goodness. I love pork tamales. You can't ever find them. It's just crazy. And I'll go in and they'll have tamales, but you can only get like chicken or cheese. Or, no, it's not cheese. It's something else. Beef, like a beef tamale. And I'm like, well, I don't understand why you don't have pork tamales. Who doesn't have pork tamale? Anyways, I'm gonna stop on the pork tamale thing. But let me just tell you something. You can't find them. It's crazy. Thumbs up, everybody. Everybody, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you for the wine, Denise. Oh my goodness. Lori, I don't have a move out date yet. I know that when we signed the paperwork, it said 60 days. So roughly about the middle of October, I guess. But no set date. Let's see. Mona, where are you finding the pork tamales? I'm not kidding. Where? Where are you finding the pork tamales? Nita hates mole sauce. Why do you hate mole sauce? I'm just curious. I don't like it. Shelly Clark, where are you finding pork tamales? Where you live, girlie? Barbara Jean Ritchie. That's like chicken burger meat. I don't know what that means. That sounds great. Oh, y'all, my mama just came in. Mama, tell him you eat everything. Linda Young is my mama, and she's the one who is very nice and always strained the okra out my gumbo. Mama, I'm drinking wine. I'm almost out and I want more. Mama, we sold the house. I haven't told y'all yet. I haven't talked to... anyways, y'all know. Nita likes mole sauce. She just don't like it with her tamales. Okay. Pork tamales at the H-E-B. What's the H-E-B? I don't know what that is.
H-E-B is a grocery store, but it's like Texas people are fanatic about H-E-B.
Okay, so y'all, I'm talking about restaurants. I don't want to have to cook my own damn tamales. I could just get a can of pork tamales. I mean, that's what's different.
Well, H-E-B might, like in the deli area, maybe they do.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Texas? Because it's Texas? And they're right there by Mexico, or maybe?
I don't know. We have a place in Indy. It's called the Tamale Place. It's like you drive by, you miss it if you blink. Like it's a little hole in the wall kind of place. But apparently it's amazing, and I've never been. I should see if they do pork tamales. That'd be another reason for you to come visit me.
There are really no reason. I just need money and time. I'd come in a minute. Nita says no way would she ever eat a canned tamale. I know, but you're from New Mexico. And so I get it. That's like me saying don't ever eat like instant grits, right? But you see, when you're not from someplace like that, when I was growing up, the only way you could get tamales, pork tamales, is in a can. And right now, everywhere that I am, you can't get pork tamales in the darn restaurants. So the only way I'm going to get it is if I get it in a can.
Tamales?
And then I have to try to, dress it up myself to make it taste better. But that's the only way I can get them. It's not like I have any choice. Shirley, I'm having an epiphany about the July block of the month thing. So y'all give me just half a second, because I think y'all are going to be excited about what I decided to do. So just give us a little bit. What happened was poor Netta got sick, and Netta's like my right hand, right? So when she went down, we all went down with her. And so she's still getting better. It's going to be fine. I promise, you know, there will be winners. And I have an idea. So I do need to talk to Netta about it. Not that it's her decision. But I have an idea of what we're going to do, and we will be announcing it very soon. I'm hoping that this weekend will be a great time for us to announce it, because I'll have a little more time. I don't have to go to work, and there's just more time for us to talk. But we're definitely doing it. We got a little behind because of illness, but we're getting it. We're getting it done. We're getting it done. I'm sorry you guys have to sit there and watch me eat string cheese, but I'm like starving. I'm trying to go till 10. We got 6 minutes.
Oh, man.
Kathleen says, Yvette, you need to come back to Cali, sis. It's all about amazing guys from everywhere. You like it? You can find it. Ain't tried it? You can find it. What are you talking about? If there's one thing I ain't looking for, it's a man. I can tell you right now. I ain't looking for a man. Nope. You're funny, though. That's hilarious. Once you get to Colorado, good Mexican food is plentiful. Pork tamales, too. That'd be lovely. I hope so. Jelly, Smudgy, give me a second, baby. Smudgy wants a snack. Again. So, don't worry. He ain't gonna die. Rich Rudley, I have to head down south to try all these yummy food y'all talking about. Rich, where are you from, hun? Shirley gave us all thumbs up. Great.
Oh,
Barbara Jean Ritchie says, instant grits or instant oatmeal? Yuck. Yeah. I'm not an oatmeal fan, but I'm sure if it's anything like having the instant grits, I totally get you.
Thank you.
Mama, you still there? Gina said there's a lady in her town makes and sells homemade tamales. Oh, girl. You so lucky.
Sign me up.
I remember, y'all, look at this. My wine's on the E. It is 9:56. We about to have to go. When I was living in California, we had lived in Long Beach for like the majority of the time that we were in California, but then we had moved down to San Diego area in Oceanside, and I was working in Escondido, and the guy who I worked for this auto body shop, and it was great. It was just, you know, there's no reason, and I fully believe this from the bottom of my heart. There is absolutely no reason that we shouldn't all love the work we do and going to work and enjoying the people we work with and having a good time, getting our work done, but having a good time and, you know, being happy to go back every day. I just have to throw that out there because right now I do not have that situation. But when I was working in Escondido, I was working at this auto shop, and the guy who was the general manager, his wife was Mexican, and they had gotten married, and then she came up to live with him. And I want to say, was it like around, listen, I don't remember, but there was a time of year that every year they would, like, their whole family, like all the women, I know how sexist that sounds, but this is how they did it. All the women would get together and make like all these tamales, right? They would make these pork tamales, hundreds of these pork tamales. And they would bring them, like, I remember, like, they would bring this entire huge cooler, like, full of pork tamales. And they were selling them, yeah, but they were like dirt cheap. It was like, I don't know, like 50 cents a tamale or just, it was great, right? And so I think that that's probably where I got this thing where it's like, when I go to Mexican restaurants, I want pork tamales. They're so good. Like and these ladies would all hand make all these tamales. Y'all, I miss that so much. It was so good. And they were just so sweet, such nice people. And I miss like enjoying going to work, because I'm a workaholic. Like, I love going to work. I actually don't mind working. I like feeling like I've gotten things accomplished. I like feeling like
Productive.
yeah, productive, and like the things that I've done for the day have helped somebody, and then at the same time though, we've had a good time doing it. Like, we talk and we laugh and we share our lives and we do, like, I want to find that again. I really do. I want to find that again because I just feel like it's important, and I don't understand the people, like, there's nothing more annoying to me than when you go to find a job, right? Because I've had to do this recently. You go to find a job and you're looking at the job listings and you're reading the job description, and it's almost like they might as well tell you, we'd really like for you to come in every day, lasso the sun, bury it under the ground, and then roast a pork, like a pig on top of it, and then pull it out. I mean, for goodness sakes. You don't have to tell me that, they're trying to tell you that, by the time you leave in the afternoon, you're going to be whooped. You're not going to have any energy to do anything ever again. We want you to have like 1,000 invoices processed by the time you leave after an 8-hour shift. And we want you to, why do they do that? Please tell me. I would love to know. Listen, I am one of the hardest working people that I know. I want to go in. I want to be busy from the time I get there till the time I leave. And Marla wants me to go fill my glass up. Girl, I'm about to go. It is 10:01 already. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like you have to do that. I don't feel like you have to, like, make people feel like, they're less than nothing if they can't get like 1,000, invoices processed and all this. Come on. I don't know. Am I the only one who feels that way? I mean, just tell me. I'm a bookkeeper. I've been a bookkeeper for my entire adult life. I know what it takes. I know the kind of work that you're going to have to do. Now, I can understand, like, if you have somebody who's just coming out of college, maybe they don't realize what to expect. I get it. But you still shouldn't try to scare the holy bejesus out of these people and tell them that, they're expected to, like, pull the sun out of the sky in order to feel like they're doing a good job, because that's absolutely ridiculous. And it's just, why don't you just say, we expect people to work as hard as we do, or we expect, I don't know. I just get so annoyed sometimes where it's like, really?
We live in a world of KPIs and
Right?
meetings.
Yeah.
That's hard. So they want to make sure it's clear. Hey, this is your expectation for this job.
Yeah.
Or so
But then when you actually start the job, I mean, quite honestly, when you actually start the job, nobody ever expects you to do that. I mean, they really don't. To be honest, because they know it's impossible. You can't possibly do that. Right. We're all humans. I mean, you can work your hardest and you're going to get as much work as you I mean, like, personally, the only time I work 5 hours a day, okay? Right now, I'm working part-time, 5 hours a day. And pretty much, I am sitting at my desk working unless I get up to use the ladies' room, get a glass of water, or make a cup of coffee, which is not very often because you're so busy, you don't have the time for all of that, right? So it's like, even there's some days where I go the entire 5 hours and never pee the whole time, and then when I'm walking on the way to the car, I'll pee on the way out because I'm like, I better pee now. What happens if there's an accident? I'm totally in trouble. But it's like, it's crazy. And so the you know, I don't know. All right, y'all, listen, I'm gonna go for tonight. We have not talked about a single thing about sewing, but I guarantee you I am getting back, or I am hoping so much to get back to all that stuff. I have been talking with my friends, my lovely friends, and I really want to make a change. You know, like my life, the things that I'm doing with sewing and paper piecing and everything else has not been going the way I want it to for a long time. And I'm hoping that if nothing else, when I make this move to Denver, I can change my whole life. I can, maybe not my whole life, not the whole thing. Most things are wonderful. Yeah, I want to get back to my roots, you know, like I want to get back to what makes me happy. So there are going to be changes. It's not going to be right now. It may take me a bit after I get back, but I have big plans to just, I'm going old school, y'all. I'm going old school. I need to get back to what actually made me happy about doing YouTube and starting Piecing It Real, and just, I want to get back to what makes me happy. So that's what I'm going to be working toward. And I will see you guys next week. Hopefully you will see some other videos coming from me before then. And I'll see y'all next Wednesday. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank you for, you know, talking about food and stuff you can't eat, and pork tamales. And then I'm out of wine, so I gotta go now. I have to go get another glass. And so I will see you guys next week. Bye, you guys. Thank you, Sherry, for coming on with me. I know you just had to sit there, but I loved seeing you. Thank you so much. Mwah. Bye, you guys.